Welcome to the stream, everyone. Please like the stream and subscribe the channel. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Please like the stream and subscribe the channel. If anyone want to play friendly matches, then write the name and join our room.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. Like the stream and subscribe the channel. अच्छा होता इनका स्क्वाड दिखता हूँ लेफ्ट विंग राइट विंग TMF CM everyone like the stream and subscribe the channel. आज डिवीजन 2 हो पाएगा या नहीं क्या करता है ओपोनेंट इतना टाइम लगाता है
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. So it's down to business here.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
Gabriel gets over and intercepts. He's beaten the last man. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's cut it out. Now it's Mbappe, looking for the run, and he's picked out the run. He's found a way through, and a chance! Goal! Sporting! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And this is Scholes. There's the shot! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Sporting are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Chance! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with... the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now. All
Everyone like the stream and subscribe the channel.
The goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Thinks about the shot. Mbappe!
এটা কি গোল পেলাম
Oh, taken with style! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Oh, that was vital. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Scholes touches it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
And this is Batistuta. Raul. That's a good ball out wide. Raul proves just a little bit too strong. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's well spotted. All the way back. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in plenty of space here. And the first half is
everyone
done.
like the stream and subscribe the channel
It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Sporting head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. And he plays one through. Nuno Mendes. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to pass it through. Shot could be on. He's had a shot!
বাইরে
Big relief.
Bad
It
हो
just
गया ये
needed better
shot.
contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Scholes does have his name on the score sheet, of course. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Raul has been caught there. It's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he was alert to it. And the shot!
ये क्या हो रहा है
And
अभी
that
मेरे
has
पास
fair fizz.
मेरे पास का है
And Dyke tries to clear.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
अभी क्यों निकला हो रहा है ड्रामा था ना
Borussia
ड्रामा था ना
Dortmund have their second corner now. It's a clearance, but not much of one. And now they can spring out of defence.
चलो
And this is... And Batistuta! It's a loose ball. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Gravenberg. Great vision.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Raul. Costa Curta does really well to win the ball there.
ছাড়লে হবে না।
Can he get it through? Drilled in low. Chiellini attempts a clearance. Good read, needed to be. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
The less said about that pass, the better. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. And here's Mbappe. Gravenberg. Rijkaard. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Sporting can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Luis Suarez really is a player who can do everything. He makes a more than decent target man, and his energy levels mean the opposite.
Takes a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the game springs instantly to life.
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Sport is having a shot! And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Sporting grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And here's Forlan. And he's cut it out. Borussia Dortmund looking to pass their way through. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, that's a key interception. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. It's a searching pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. Wan-Bissaka kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That pass has been well intercepted. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Shot could be on. Drilled in low. And he's heaved it away. Neymar. He came in hard, very hard. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Fermin. And Neymar. Now it's Neymar. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now it's Scholes. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he's been flattened there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lam. It's a good spell of possession, this. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Zakaria. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves. And it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Substitution for Sporting, number 19, Suarez. Number 23, Scholes. Coming on the field, number 13, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 41,
Borussia Dortmund get the ball rolling for the second period. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Forlan stood up well to him there. Xavi Alonso. Rice. Sporting different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Vermin. And it's Neymar.
Sporting are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp. Chase has a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Cleared without hesitation.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Rice is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Shot at goal! Goal! Sporting! And the comeback is complete! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Sporting go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence and...
Could be danger here! Great chance! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
In with the challenge.
Sporting clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's a lovely, neat pass. Nice bit of trickery. And that's played in low. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Tries from a long way out. Wan-Bissaka.
Has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack.
Oh, what has happened here? Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Lovely bit of skill. Delivers with whip.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Modern football is full of power, pace and physicality, but there's a player out there who's managed to avoid the helter-skelter and play a game of purity.
The peerless Pirlo.
Yeah, he coined the phrase regista, and he rules.
He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Scholes. He has found the way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Rummenigge. And no, that was never going to make it. Czech punts it upfield. Xavi Alonso. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Cafu. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi Alonso really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Messi. Well, they've got it again. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rummenigge. Oh, that's superb. Xavi Alonso. Scholes. Well, that has not gone well. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Sporting clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
floated through, and this is Messi. Messi's cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicked it back promptly. Threads one in. That is ended up in no man's land. Caceres, and he's had it nicked away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
An uncompromising challenge. No foul, says the referee. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and
Messi! Oh, surely that deserved better.
he looks so composed until the moment he pulled the trigger. I still think he can't believe he didn't put it away.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Messi, number 21, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, number 17, Baggio, number 19.
Van Dijk is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending.
Griezmann,
Sporting do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Cristiano Ronaldo,
Casemiro has a look and plays it forward.
Camavinga, substitution
Driving on and
for
making good progress. Owen with the delivery.
Bangladesh really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Pass is just off target. Now it's Griezmann. Rijkaard. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
And it's claimed by the keeper. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
1 minute added time.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And time is up. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Begley. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Barcelona.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway.
Fernando Torres is looking really fired up here, Peter.
Well, he's been a favourite of yours for years, hasn't he?
Well, club biases aside, I don't think I've ever seen a striker who's so outstanding both inside and outside the box and who routinely makes the spectacular seem ordinary.
And his numbers are a long, long way from ordinary. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. That's a good ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Passes short and sharp. A probing pass. And that has been cut short. And this is Batistuta. Looking for the run. Look at the space here. Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Added Subimendi. Alvarez! Now, who's going to be first to this? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He's gone for goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky, lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Alvarez. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. No luck with that dink over the top. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Caught offside that time. Scholes.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. Played into space. Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Mbappe. Spread out to the left. Swept in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fernando Torres. And this is Messi. Great ball, and he's in here. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Subimendi. And it's Chouameni. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Number 14.
There's the start of the second half.
Coming on the field. Number
Well, I think in these
13.
circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
No, again, there's no way through. Chouameni. Sporting do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And claimed it back swiftly. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Knocks it out wide.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Van Bouten gets rid without sophistication. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Knocks it into space. Oh, easy pickings there. That is a brilliant interception.
Sporting really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Xavi Alonso cuts it out. Rummenigge might just make this. Looking to play him in. No, it's come to nothing. Lam. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution for Sporting. Number 23. Scholes. Coming on the field is number 21. Frenkie de Jong.
Xavi Alonso.
Substitution in progress.
Sporting are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Nicely aimed pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Dijk. And that will be it. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Just a quick announcement.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
That's a fairly demoralising loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Xavi Alonso was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard defending his... He's gone for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Xavi Alonso. Now it's Mbappe. Now there's a fine ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that has not gone well. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Gordon. Van Dijk. And it's Bellingham. And here's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Xavi Alonso. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Gordon has it in a wide position. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, this looks sharp. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's a sharp pass. Van Dijk played out towards the right wing. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Scholes. Sporting have a free kick.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Van Dijk. Batistuta. Ball played for Conte. Burn. Oh, what a mistake! And he's managed to get free. It's loose, and there's a race. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to...
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Rummenigge, the man we've all come to watch. And it's Figo. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. Now he's got space here. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Rijkaard. Now Byrne. Looking to play him in. Cafu. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts.
Well, yet another interception, and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Scholes plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivery from... Oh, smashing header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 47, Phil Foden.
Sporting clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Driving on and making good progress. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, easy pickings there.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Spread it left. Now it's Figo. They get a throw in.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Conte. Coming on the field is number 6.
Out again for a throw in.
Substitution.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pirlo. And here's Batistuta. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge.
Been indicated.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Pirlo. Spread out to the left. And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance, and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It makes defenders nervous knowing that at the slightest misjudgment, he's probably uncatchable.
And he uses it with such intelligence. There are few able to do that, aren't there? Oh, smashing header! Now, who's going to be first to this? Chiellini gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. And the through ball. And he welcomes it in. Great chance! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Rijkaard makes the interception. Sporting are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Sporting finding their passes. Played back towards his own goal. That's a sharp pass. And this is Batistuta. Can he get on the end of this? Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's quick to snatch it back. The ball has bounced loose now. Now it's Owen. Threads one in. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal...
And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Beckham to take it as usual. They've played it short. And that has been clubbed away. That's a shade optimistic. Sporting are looking to go forward now. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, no joy this time. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Looking for the run, and they're quick to get it back. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Substitutions taking place.
And that's the second half started. Sporting do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change. That's just playing it safe and simple.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And that has been cut short. Now it's Mbappe, looking to play him in. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well timed, excellent interception. Scholes looking understandably energised after his goal. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief.
Up he goes! Goal! Sporting! And again they hit the front. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Sporting go into the lead. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! That is ended up in no man's land. Scholes.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's managed to get free. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Tries to pass it through. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, important interception. Looking for options for movement. This looks Mbappe! That's travelling a long way.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Now there's the shot! Really well taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Xavi Alonso.
Such good technique.
Mbappe! Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Beckham. Rummenigge. Played out wide. Cafu.
He looked wrong.
There's the header!
3 minutes at a time.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Opts for safety. Ferdinand. And the referee brings it to a close. Sporting are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them.
Just a quick request.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Now it's Mbappe. Distributed tidily. Schneider making good progress on the right-hand side. He is through here. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Mbappe. And claimed it back swiftly. And that's gone loose. Rice. Cafu. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, what has happened here? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's cut it out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Schneider. Now that looks a decent ball. Quality ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Schneider. Costa Curta wins the duel this time. Costa Curta goes on a run down the left wing. That's a shade optimistic. Costa Curta deals with that comfortably.
Sporting really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Danger averted for now. And he's there to retrieve it. Aimed beyond the defence. Wriggles his way through. Now that is a hefty challenge. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Sporting clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cannavaro. Sporting have reclaimed it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Sporting clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Bale. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Snyder. Dunk. Sporting do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Rummenigge! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And he welcomes it in. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he's lost his man. It's goals! It's loose and... Oh, he's been caught napping. He's had a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Substitution for Sporting, number 10.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Coming on the field, number 19, Suarez. Number 21.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Substitution.
Cafu.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Rummenigge is sharing after that one.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Rummenigge! It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Sporting, with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. He'll know exactly where he wants to put it. And he's buried it! 1-0! Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Has been indicated.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's...
And the referee brings it to a close. Sporting have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Luis Suarez, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Today, please take some time out to give your
Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Tchouameni. A probing pass. And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, that's fab. Luis Suarez! In for the pieces! Oh, it's there! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Messi. Plough. Shot, surely! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that really is so... There's the shot! Dispatched clinically. Into the lead once more. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Approaching the half-hour mark. And that has left him in a heap. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. David Villa, and he's in on goal, and the finish! He has done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. So smooth, a signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager.
David Villa! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Mendy. Griezmann goes steaming forward. And it's half-time here.
I just think it's been a great performance, and they totally deserve to have this lead at half-time. I mean, just about anything they tried seemed to have come off. It's incredible stuff.
Madrid 3 ahead after a remarkable half. Who knows how many more will follow. And we are back on the way. Forlan. And it's Luis Suarez. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Griezmann carries the ball down the right, tries to pass it through. He's found a way through. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Alaba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Howson. Chouameni. Luis Suarez. Griezmann. Griezmann. Good, strong midfield running here. Luis Suarez! Madrid with the corner, they're first. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Can he get it through? Xavi Alonso. Mendy. Rudiger. Now Mendy. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows.
Shot a goal! Camavinga. And it's Chouameni. And here's Suarez. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Mosquera. And it's Messi. Forlan. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi has found the net here, of course. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And here's Suarez. Now it's Hazard. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's fallen! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Madrid have done it. The perfect outcome. So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. We'll crossed in early. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Frankie de Jong is another brilliant prospect to come out of the Dutch system. He's someone I see as a real pivot in the team. His position is obviously central and deep in midfield, and he'll be providing the creative and incisive passes.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Pinches it off him. Batistuta. Oh, super find. And this is Luis Suarez. He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
A header! Drives it in. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that has been knocked clear. He is just caressing the ball. He's found a chance! Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Looking for the run. Now there's a fight. Can he finish? Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Thailand really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Knocks it out wide. It's a promising position, looking to go deep. And that's the keeper's ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Has a look and plays it forward.
Sporting can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Scholes. More and more pressure on the ball here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Mohamed Salah chasing after it. Chanatip.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Sporting are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we are already promptly back underway. Sporting carrying a 1-goal lead. Looking to play him in. Cross flung in towards the middle. He's there to get rid. Batistuta looking understandably energised after his goal. Scholes. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. De Jong. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's made its way to him. Chanatip. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Shoots! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Chanatip. Mohamed Salah, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Chanatip. Stood up well to him there. And they've got a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
That's good play.
Thailand really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Chiellini. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
And it's Salah. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
And it's hoisted clear. And this is Mohamed Salah, closing in on chance! He has done it! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Sporting could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Scholes gets into some space. Look at the shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are... And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And he's certainly onside here. Played back in. Oh, that's a fine interception. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's fabulous. Salah tries to play it through. Great. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
England finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And it's Rice. Saka. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position. Beckenbauer tries to clear. Lewis Skelly. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Bellingham, played out to the right. Saka. Can he get on the end of this? Batistuta. Driving on and making good progress. Rice powering forward here. Now it's Foden. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Hit into the middle. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And that is out of play. Scholes looking to get on the end of this. Alexander-Arnold. It's Saka. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Luis Suarez! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Suarez really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Stones. Out to the right. Now it's Saka. Now it's Rice. Palmer, and he shoots! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Rijkaard. Mohamed Salah, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. De Jong. And here's Suarez. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Foden. Now it's Kane. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Played out wide. Very nicely done. Lewis Skelly did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's De Jong. Plays a sharp little ball here. Mohamed Salah gets flagged offside. Yehi. Rice. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Alexander-Arnold. For Palmer. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And here's Kane. Bellingham.
England really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
England can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And it's Luis Suarez. Sporting still ahead by the game's only goal. That is lovely. He is through here.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Well, that has not gone well. Some resolute defending there. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Sporting have held... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, good ball! Now that tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Stood up well to him there. Aimed beyond the defence. Just eases him off the ball. Mohamed Salah. And here's Batistuta. Scores! And here's Suarez. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now the delivery. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
Beckenbauer. Still goalless. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Salah. Knocks it into space. And this is Luis Suarez. Passing is crisp and sharp. Luis Suarez. De Jong. And here's Scholes. And that has found him in acres. And he shoots! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Luis Suarez.
Sporting are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Sporting are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Beckenbauer. Played back. Played out wide. It's a promising position. Pings in across. Cleared away. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And that's put paid to a promising move.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That is good alertness. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Sporting have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Sporting carrying a one-goal lead. And here's Rondon. Oh, good take in a good area. Referee has just said play on. Scholes. And there's his chance to lead the counter. It's a really well-measured ball. And Batistuta! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Sporting are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Scholes. Now he's off and running. Batistuta! Batistuta! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets.
The goal scorer
A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break, and it's very nicely done.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important...
Big chance! And yes, it's there! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Number 17.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Passing nice and neat. Pinches it off him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
De Jong. Sporting looking to pass their way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Up he goes! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Substitutions taking place.
Time for a change in personnel.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
4 extra minutes added on. Mohamed Salah tries making a foray down the right. Plays a sharp little ball here. Elects to cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And that's that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. And it's Frimpong. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, the midfielder Ryan Gravenberch is just very cultured, Peter. Another really fine product from the famous Amsterdam production line, and just like so many of their alumni, he's shown wonderful intelligence and
takes a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose! Oh, he's been caught on it here! And the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And that has been cleared. De Jong. Scholes. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Gravenberch. Still goalless at the moment. Gravenberch. There's the crossfield ball. And it's De Jong. Oh, hang on. Chance for a shot! Goal, the Netherlands! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
That's a throw. That's tidy. De Jong. Oh, that's nice. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Reinders. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Salah. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Sporting truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now, can they get him away? No, it's come to nothing. Dumfries. Here's Ake. And it's Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Distributed tidily.
Added time.
Tries to pass it through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He slings it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Mohamed Salah, very much a man of this moment. Now it's Rooney. Scores! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Sporting grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Frimpong. Memphis Depay. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Can he spark a counter here? And this is Mohamed Salah. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Sporting perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Memphis Depay. Spread it left. Gakpo. It's a good-looking delivery. And it's Gravenberch. Ake. He's had a shot! And again! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Gakpo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution for Netherlands. Number 10, Memphis. Number 11, Gakpo. Number 14.
And it's been taken short.
Coming on the field, number 9.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Number 16.
Into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's managed to get free. Good claim. No margin for error there.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Ake, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Stefan de Vrij.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Frimpong. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. And now the breakaway. If we're going to... And that's it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Scholes taking in the accolades, having been named...